Yo, what's going on, my Broodwar brothers? This is your daily dose of Broodwar. We've got Killer here in the top right versus his opponent. I don't know who this is. A random barcode Terran. Seems like a strong contender, though. I was trying to figure out who he was just before I started this cast. He's like 2,400 rank, like 200 in the world right now. Pretty strong barcode account. Has quite a lot of wins. Doesn't seem to be a cheater or anything like that. He's got 75 wins, 45 losses. Pretty decent overall. And Killer has really been on fire lately. Had some really cool games in the ASL. No spoilers, but we're going to be taking a look at his ladder performance as of late. We'll see how he's doing here versus Terran. He started out with the 12 hatch. We've got a barracks on low ground here for his opponent. A little bit funny to put the barracks like this. It's a little confusing to me. I feel like if you put the barracks right there, I'm not a Terran player, of course, but if you put the barracks there and put 2 supply depots on top of it, I feel like it gives you a much better position. This is still a Zergling can still fit through there. Zergling can't fit through there, and a Zergling can't fit through there, but it can fit through there, and it can fit through there. I just feel like the inverse of this would be a little bit better. Maybe he likes it this way because then the supply depots are at the bottom, maybe a little less exposed to later Mutalisk harass. That is a possibility, but we're not 100%. Engineering base started up already. Our gas guys is not even finished yet. And our command center is just about halfway done. So that is surprising. We're going to have a +1 very, very quickly. I think this build has fallen out of favor as of late. Again, not a Terran player. But I don't think it's considered as strong as it used to be. Now, see, this wall could be a little bit of a problem here. He's only produced 1 Marine so far, so he's actually going to have to pull the boys. SCV's heading over to the wall. With the second Marine popping out here, he should be able to hold on against these first 4 lings that are coming across the map. 3 hatch build here from Killer. He's actually gotten more of a 2.5 hatch, just a little earlier than it usually would be. Looks like he went for a kill on one of these Marines, but didn't manage to finish it off. It survives with 10 HP and 2 lings go down, so a little bit of skirmishing. That's first blood there. Killer losing 2 lings. And our barcode Terran is kind of chilling. He's going to have that +1. He's not going to have a real good timing to come across the map and put on any pressure. It looks like he hid this SCV in the main and has now revealed it. He's going to go ahead and take a look around. Doesn't see the spire. It is over here in the natural. So maybe if he makes his way down here, he'll be able to find it. No, just looping back around in the main. Still has an option to come down here and check it out. A creep colony in the front of Sunken, gonna be morphed here. That's a little bit surprising. This is more of a, this is a zealot-esque way to play. Very little lings being made here. Just getting that early Sunken for a modicum of safety. It's not gonna save you from like a full-on 2 racks Marine timing, but it can protect you against any of these little early Marine move-outs that we've seen Terran players do a lot lately. Behind this, 4 racks going to be coming up. So we're going to have that +1 finishing here pretty quick, along with range and stim. It's going to be a powerful move-out when it does come across the map, but he needs to start putting down some turrets here. We're at 5:30. And the turrets will begin now. Scan came down as well. He sees the eggs, so knows that he has to get these turrets on the way here. Probably 3 to 4 turrets here in the natural. The main turrets will come up a little bit later. As we see now, they are popping up here. Pulling off the mining here on gas. Just mining with a single SCV. He's really focused on minerals right now and getting Marines out as quickly as possible along with all these turrets. First few Mutalisks are going to hit here. And an immediate Hydralis Den for Killer. Killer not content to try and play this out with the Mutalist style, just all-inning with Mutalist. Instead, he's gonna go ahead and take a third base up in the top left-hand corner. Coming into the main now. He's found a point of weakness here, going after the turret down at the bottom of the base. He loses one of his mutas. That's actually kind of big. Losing your first muta is very annoying. It really limits your damage potential here. But he's killing off quite a few SCVs, making quite an annoying little position here behind this mineral patch, this mineral line. Coming back in once again, just gonna take another couple swipes at some of these Marines. Let's take a look at the HP. The remaining mutas, looks like 2 were killed and 2 are badly damaged. So actually that one's not too bad, 82 HP. Some Hydras popping out now. We got a scan. Should be able to see that there is a transition coming here for Killer. See a Queen's Nest now. Queen's Nest thrown down here as the third base is dropped. So the tech coming out of Killer is a little bit quick. It's not the fastest though in the world. There might be an opportunity here for our barcode to push across the map if we don't have more Mutalisks being produced. There's only 5 here. 5 is not even enough to fight these Marines at all. It looks like he can still one-shot, but now with that 5th Mutalisk getting taken out, I don't think he's going to be able to one-shot anymore, so that's not going to be a very good position here for Killer. He needs to produce more right now. Maybe some more mutas need to pop out. So we've got all drones on the way as well as lurkers being produced. Well, Lings went down there just spotting out the location of these medic and marine. Lurkers here in the top left are complete. So Killer's not gonna die anytime soon. His hive is on the way. We have our first starport coming down, second starport as well at the same time. So things are gonna kind of calm down here for a little while. We're gonna see Killer start his armor upgrade here. He's gonna get Mutas and Scourge covering all of these bases. And personally, I as a Zerg player have a very difficult time with this portion of Zerg versus Terran. You know, the flying around, killing some SCVs, building up, and getting into Hive is not a problem for me right now, but what is a problem is macroing out correctly the number of drones that are necessary, balancing that with defenses against drops, and getting this base mining and operational as quickly as possible. That does tend to challenge me quite a bit. I have a very hard time, and I often tend to die at this point. We'll see how Killer does here, though. Flying now into the main base. Gonna take some shots at a few of these turrets as well, picking 2 of them off very, very quickly. Going in to that main mineral line once again. Gonna kill some more of these strung out Marines. Nice. Slowing down the science facility as well. That's a big win here for Killer. Slowing that down at all is very, very annoying. Still killing off SCVs here in the main. His mutaflock has been reduced significantly, but these mutas are not going to be that worthwhile anymore. Wow. Great micro, picking off all of these SCVs on the way out as well, dropping that SCV count by quite a lot, though he is still ahead right now. Killer is in a better and better position with that Nidus Canal coming up soon here. We're going to see a lot of drones get transferred over here to the top left. The first couple of science vessels are going to be popping out here shortly as well. And we don't have Irradiate started yet, but, you know, we don't have any science vessels either, so they can just start to build that energy while we wait for the upgrade to finish. Marines heading back over towards the natural. There's not a lot of defenses over here. Oh, actually, 2 lurkers underneath this overlord here. He is actually very, very ready for any sort of attack into his natural. Do we have dropships? No. No drops here, just pure SK Terran. Science vessels are going to be pumping out like crazy now. Scourge are set up everywhere, ready to fight. Killer is looking fantastic. This is so hard to do, guys. Honestly, this is a really tough part of the game. very, very intensive with all the upgrades that you have to get. You know, you're getting Defiler upgrades, you're getting these upgrades, you're getting Nidus canals, adding extra hatches, getting drones out. All the time you're kind of looking around the map, making sure that drops aren't coming in. Scourge have to be in position. One drop gets through at the wrong time can absolutely end your game. So he's got to be very careful, mindful of those drops. So far, nothing coming in here, but you just don't know as Killer. As a Zerg player, you just can't know for sure whether a drop is slipped out around the map or not. Darkstorm here on high ground won't be broken for now. He's actually put a Mutalisk over top of these lurkers. So in order to click the lurker, you're gonna have to radiate the Mutalisk first. Very annoying and good stuff for Killer. These mutas are not going to be worth too much anymore. Overlord's a good idea too. It's actually much cheaper. It doesn't cost any gas, but Mutalisk also a decent choice to cover those up. The Marines and medics out here in the front with one Firebat just holding down the fort, making sure that it's not an easy move out for Killer, no matter where he decides to go. Third command center's on the way here, coming down the ramp. The first plague goes down. Looks like only on one vessel though, and all the lurkers have been irradiated here. So as he falls back, okay, 3 more lurkers gonna come down this ramp and burrow, but this is still a dangerous position here. 2 more irradiates go down, and with only 1 lurker left, oh god, trying to fly in and get a science vessel there, not gonna work out. With only 1 lurker left here, 1 more irradiate will break this. Lings popping through. This is the really hard part of this transitionary period for the Zerg player, trying to keep this base alive. He's lost all of his lurkers. 1 more lurker is about to go down. He's running forward here, hoping for a good plague. Just gonna throw down Darkstorm instead for now. At least keeping himself alive. He should get under here with the hold position. There we go. Hold positioning underneath. He lost a couple of defilers there, but it's okay. Coming forward with the Muta Scourge. Gonna go for a big plague. Very nicely done. He loses quite a few of these mutas, but getting a plague on all of these Marines and these science vessels as well is huge. Excellent job by Killer, who's now gonna lose this defiler, unfortunately, because irradiates exist. Firebat's gonna come running in here. He's gonna kill a lot of these Lings, actually. Lings not able to fight the Firebats. The Firebat's pushing through. Plague there on these Firebats. Looks like we've got this army moving up towards the north. Some Lings are gonna pop out here and try to kill these Firebats. Finally, they will take them out. They were plagued. Lurkers coming out here, gonna burrow, but we have Vessel with energy for the irradiate. He might be able to throw that down. Oh my god, he got plague on his own lurkers. Uh-oh. Plaguing your own lurker is never a good thing. Doesn't really matter there though, because he did end up losing that to the irradiate regardless. I was going to kill. Looks like Crackling upgrade is finished, and a +1 attack. Oh no, +2 attack is on the way with +3 armor coming up here soon. So Killer, despite almost getting broken here, has kind of found a foothold now, and will be getting into those Ultras upgrades as well. I'm assuming Chitinous plating is already done, trying to come across the map with a single defiler. He's looking for a big old juicy plague, not gonna find it, instead just throwing down a plague willy-nilly there, and 1 Darkstorm as well, just gonna be cleared out. Ling down here at the bottom center. Oh, he's got Burrow. Nice. Killer going for Burrow. Love to see it. But a few Scourge coming out here to the front. Looks like he's gonna get one of those, and a second one as well. A move command here from the Terran, gonna cost him dearly. He does clean that up, but losing 2 science vessels and quite a few units, and now Killer is really starting to hit his stride. 62 workers on 4 base. His saturation is looking fantastic. He really hasn't taken much damage thus far, and has a spore colony out here in the front as well now. One lurker, only one lurker here. Okay, we've got some ultras out now with that +4 armor. Underneath the Darkstorm, it should be unbreakable. But I don't see another Defiler coming out here just yet. Big waves of Marines medics moving out on the map. The front of the natural is open though. Oh, running forward here. He might be able to get a Nidus Canal, just right-clicking that down as quickly as possible. He does get it, and he will kill this second lurker as well. It looks like our Terran has found a way in. Oh my god, after all that, Killer gonna get broken here at the 4th base. Are you kidding me? What a frustrating state of affairs. He drops another Darkstorm, but the hatchery goes down. Oh man, such a pain. More ultras coming in here. Finally gonna try to clean up these Marines, but Marines running behind the mineral patches, just being as annoying as possible. Cows coming out here, swiping down to these Marines in the middle of the map. But they can't really get behind these mineral patches. The lurker's finally gonna come up, needs to burrow that. Finally will be able to clear things out here, making his way into the natural. Irradiates, plus big clumps of Marines are gonna push everything back. Looks like this lurker went down. So annoying to deal with this type of crap. As a Zerg player, man, I completely... I just totally sympathize with Calm right here. This is so hard to do and so easy to lose control and end up getting broken in these situations. Now coming up, gonna get some free irradiates here. Not so free because 2 Scourge are going to connect. So trading a couple of gas units for a couple of gas units. But Ultra's making their way down here to the 6 o'clock. It looks like Killer had mined enough gas from that 4th base to pump out at least one good chunk of Ultras. He's gonna be running low here soon. He's actually long distance mining his gas from his 4th base right now with 60 workers. He still can potentially do that. He can make that happen, but I don't know if he can break here into the natural. It feels like the macro has slipped quite a bit here for our Terran now. Terran in a position where they need to macro perfectly and deal with a bunch of attacks at the same time. So the tables have really turned at this point. And our Terran player, he's moving out on the map right now, but he really needs to secure another base. His main is about to mine out and his natural's not looking so hot. 3rd base has been lifted. Army here in the middle of the map, gonna be fighting against these Marines and medics. Marines have to fall back and away from the Defiler. Plague goes down on almost all the vessels here. So many of them being dropped to that red HP. A flank with the Ultras here, getting on top of all these Marines and medics and cleaning them up once again. Calm. No, Killer, not Calm, Killer. Putting things together, acting calmly. Keeping his head on straight. Keeping a cool head right here, even adding on more drones. Getting into additional hatcheries as well. Popping up Defilers, just busting out the Ultras. His upgrades are fantastic. +3 is about to finish here as more and more Ultras are rallied across the map along with their Link counterparts here to drive this victory home. Mining out now the Terran. Not able to, oh my god, he's getting a bunch of kills with this. 5 kills already with this Muta. Oh my goodness, this is a hero Muta right here with 5 kills, just barely gonna go down there as it's pulling away. Marines and medics are preventing this base from going down, but he's really on the ropes here. Almost nothing left to mine from, and he hasn't sent any SCVs down here either. Really needs to send the SCVs from the main, get this income rolling once again. His money is so incredibly low, and Lings and Ultras are just pouring into the main base. You can see that Killer, with his 5th now operational, there's no stopping him, and he is going to be able to take this game down. A nice bust though, really, truly, from the Terran. Made this a game worth watching, keeping his cool, able to get that third base, or that fourth base up and running once again. Despite losing that, getting out on the map with Ultra and making the Terran's life difficult, not allowing him to grab a bunch of bases and just continue to power up. Slowing down the Terran in due course. Killer swings the game back into his favor, makes an excellent comeback here, and takes down this ladder Terran. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been your daily dose of Broodwar, and I'll see you tomorrow.